finding out what you need to become to be a better person. I would recommend Life Search to everybody because life is so much more than about you. It's about how you can live a life, purpose, and impact others.
Tickets on sale now. Visit lifesurge.com today.
If you feel like your brain craves pleasure from lust just as much as it craves being a man of integrity, it's probably no coincidence that God put this in front of you right now. What I did in the incognito tab made me feel like a hypocrite and a fraud as a husband, as a father, as a business owner, and a leader inside of our church. I felt trapped in this cycle of resisting temptation and then failing. Resisting and failing over and over again. And the only thing that helped me break out of that cycle was a truth that I'm actually going to show you in scripture that helped me realize that the P word wasn't even my real problem. See, this controlling urge that I fought almost daily for over 17 years was actually just a surface level symptom of a much deeper root issue. And the same may be true for you. It's probably no coincidence that God placed this in front of you today. And I want to let you know that the only thing that I thank God for more than leading me to freedom is that he somehow convinced me to share my story of breaking free from secret sin on social media. I just wanted to answer a question that I wish somebody would have answered for me during the 17 years that I struggled with. If you want to break free from that, just like we helped over 2,200 people. See, a few years ago, I started using my Instagram account to share this connection on how controlling lust is actually just a symptom caused by a deeper root problem. And I started getting a ton of messages from other men asking me to help them identify and heal their own deeper root problem. And really long story short, years later, we now have over 1,800 documented success stories from men just like you who have permanently broken free using our root-focused process. All of these lights represent individual potential to change lives. And if you click on the link somewhere on this page and register to watch the video that has led over 2,000 other men just like you to permanent freedom, two things are going to happen. One, you're going to get some discreet emails from Unchained Leader that will break down the science of why people keep going back to behaviors that they don't want to. And number two, you're going to get immediate access to the video I mentioned that will show you why nothing that you've tried has worked so far, what the root problems are and how you can find them, and the exact plan that has helped over 2,000 men permanently break free from controlling urges for the P word by identifying, understanding, and healing their real deeper root problem. One thing that I think that you and I can both agree on is that you wouldn't still be listening to me right now if God just placed this video in front of you today by coincidence. So go ahead and find that link on this page and click on it to register and watch this video before that link disappears. I'm confident that when you click on that link on this page and watch that video, there's going to be this really powerful moment at some point in the video where you realize the message that you're hearing is a direct answer to your prayers, just like all of these people.
Day 10, I was exposed to pornography. I was drinking every day. I'm smoking, and I'm addicted to permanent lust.
The big lie the devil sold me was you'll be able to stop this when you're older.
Do you guys promise to never give up?
I kept telling my wife, there's got to be more. There's something else out there. And lo and behold, Caroline says to me, I've been following this guy on Instagram, and she finally got the courage to reach out to you.
You guys all have a mission to change lives.
I'm actually experiencing Christ like at a whole new level. The feeling of that is unbelievable.
Individual potential to create a legacy.
Again, the way your program is set up, we are literally both on the same path at the same time.
It's a new marriage. I mean, our whole marriage is dead. We're entering into a new, it's like the new temple.
I want you to know that your creator has called you to let your light shine.
Posting to you on Unchained Leader. And it was just telling me, like, sign. This is it. Go into the program, man. Just all of the shame, it was just all just like, oh, within the first day, I felt changed. I shared with you, I've been through many programs. I've been through a lot of training. Like I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on training. And this is by far the most intentionally, the well-structured program that I've ever been through.
All right, come on. Let's go. Aswand, Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving your perspective on teamwork you will not get anywhere else. So we do not teach you how to rise to the occasion here, folks. We teach you how to fall to your level of preparation. 8 miles today, a solid 8 miles. I mean, man, it was moving. I was cooking today. It was fun. It was fun. Let's get this every single morning, just going out and getting after it. All of that, saying all that, we're in Tuesday, Top 5 Tuesday. We have a Top 5 Tuesday today. Regards to today's or this week's theme is all about utilizing your gifts, understanding what your gifts are, recognizing your gifts, and absolutely applying your gifts. So there's a Top 5 Tuesday in which we're going to implement a system in which you utilize your gifts the best way. All right, there's a systematic way, a subconscious way of doing it. You have to have it kick in automatically. All right, and I'll dive deeper into this in the live stream about 30 to 45 minutes from this very recording, which then I'll be playing this on the live stream to start the live stream and then go deeper into my points. All right, first and foremost, top five ways to utilize your gifts. First of all, you got to recognize them. Got to know what they are. You have to recognize them within yourself and go out into the world, and you have to know what they are before you actually go into the world and communicate and interact with other people. In fact, just yesterday, there was a situation where I was having a conversation and I knew some prior knowledge towards something, but instead of me going and doing what I normally did, I learned to listen, I learned to observe, I learned to take lessons from other experts and people who've been where I'm trying to go, and learn from that. And I didn't take action on a certain thing. So, but first of all, it's number one is recognizing your gifts. Number two, you have to use it daily. As somebody who's been blessed enough to develop as a speaker, been blessed enough to be very observant and take action. Every single day you'll see me right here, whether I get to the live stream or not. Every single day there's a brand new video on YouTube, not because there's a lot of subscribers, but because I get to practice my gift every single day and develop my ability as a public speaker. That's number two. You have to use it daily. Number three, you can share your gift only with the people that are growing. Hear me. 3 and 4 move in the same direction. I'm gonna say 3 now. I'm gonna say 3 now, and I'm also going to say 4. So 3, you share your gifts only with the people who are growing, and number 4 is protect your gifts from the people who are not. Plain and simple. All right, those two are very self-explanatory and they work in tandem. All right, the people who are meant to grow, whatever the gift is, they're gonna figure out ways to utilize it, be a part of it, and use it and find value in it. All right. The fourth one, the people who are meant to misunderstand you, who are committed. There are people out there who are committed, who put themselves in a mindset in which they are committed to misunderstanding everything you do because it leads to a comfort zone for them. You need to protect your gift from those folks because they will ruin you and they'll be very unapologetic about it. They won't give a shit. All right, so 3 and 4. 3, you only share your gifts with the people that are growing. And number 4, you have to protect your gifts from the people who are not. And finally, number 5, use your gifts to open up whatever opportunities you may need to open up. Whatever doors need to be opened up for you, you got to utilize your gifts. So myself, as a person who goes out and sells and just a go-getter, I utilize my gift when I worked for the Miami Dolphins Foundation as a seller to parlay that into a position as a trainer with PCA, where I was go travel into high schools and giving workshops, and that led into the career I'm in now as an educator and a 6-time published author, and been able to go out and speak and do a lot of these things, develop my own workshop and stuff like that. Using the gifts to open up and create opportunities for yourself. That's what you have to do. All right. So just to recap again, and I'll do this in a more of a deeper dive on it in the live stream a little later. Top 5 ways to utilize your gifts. Number 1, recognize your gifts. Number 1, recognize your gifts. Number 2, utilize it daily. Number 3, only share your gifts with the people that are growing. Number 4, protect your gifts from the people who are not growing, because there are those folks out there who are committed to misunderstanding you. And number 5, use your gifts to open up whatever opportunities, open up whatever doors you need to be opened up for you to get to where it is you're trying to get to. All right. So all that being said, main website to check out to dive deeper into everything I'm doing, everything I'm all about, everything employee development. It's makeyourmove.com. That's MakeYamove.com. One-stop shop for your teamwork and your self-development needs. Let me jump right into this today. Again, let me reintroduce myself to anybody that is new around here. My name is Aswand Crookshank. I am your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, former Division I college football player, current 6-time published author and educator. I created this whole brand, this whole framework, this whole concept, this whole movement that's all about taking the innovative teamwork lessons that you learn on the football field and applying them to businesses and business owners so they have a staff and/or a group of employees that moves as efficiently as a championship high school or youth football team. Had some technical difficulties this morning because I usually do these live streams from the embassy suites out here in Palm Beach because I usually scum their breakfast right after to get free coffee and some free breakfast. Ever since I couldn't do them at the school that I teach at, I had to pivot and all that kind of stuff. I did go look back a couple months ago. I did a whole episode talking about that stuff. But again, I pivoted, do my thing. This is what we're about over here in the Muslim world. We make adjustments. I have a whole week's worth of material on how to make mental adjustments when people get in your way of trying to create roadblocks. You just simply pivot and make a better move. All right. So because of that, the Wi-Fi was public, and for a minute there, my Medium articles weren't, or Medium.com. Yeah, so like for a minute it wasn't working. So now all of a sudden, as soon as the live started, it starts working now. So if you're familiar with what I do here, is I usually go over the Medium articles. I couldn't do this literally maybe 5 or 6 minutes ago as I hit the record or hit the start live stream button. So I'm working through all of that. I don't know why it's working now. Me and technology, we don't get along. I don't like it. I get it's necessary to survive, but this is the reason why I have it in my head to always pivot. So what I was going to do actually was because basically these Medium articles are a longer version of what's on the YouTube description. So I was going to use the YouTube description under the video to provide the information for today's live stream. But now again, the Medium article's back, Medium's back for whatever reason, whatever it is. And the thing is, it wasn't even about Medium being down per se. It was the fact that it's public Wi-Fi. So I guess through security, there was some security messages that I was getting that was being breached and all that kind of stuff. So long story short, we're back here. Another Top 5 Tuesday, redefining what we do around here when it comes to redefining consistency when it comes to what we do around here. What we're all about is consistency. All right. So again, main website to check out to dive deeper into all the work I do when it comes to employee development. Make sure actually it is available. I'm working on developing a better system to get it to the right people, but book number 6, pre-orders are available. How to be a Wintrepreneur, as you can see right there. How to be a Wintrepreneur. It's available for pre-order. The actual hard copy of the book will not be ready till probably around. I wanna launch it in between that transition from NFL to March Madness. I want to take advantage of that wave. So I got a couple months to really make sure the formatting is right and everything is right. And the thing is, with hard copy books, again, since it's my 6th time publishing it, I know that I want it to go into the right hands. I don't want it to be again like a book that just sits on the shelf or people buy because they want to be polite. No, I want it to actually be a part of a movement that's going places, that's going to take it to the next level. Because I know what reading books have done for me. Like, I'm not talking about the stuff that you read online. I'm talking about, picking up a copy of a book, spending about 2 or 3 hours just going through it and really highlighting and learning something and growing. I know I still believe in that very, very much wholeheartedly. And I know it's in my opinion, it's the most important thing to do. But you can only expect that now based on the kind of people that you want to serve with your intellectual property. So again, any future authors, anybody that wants to be an author, make sure you holler at me. I could teach you a lot in terms of how to properly put books out now that we have ChatGPT, now that we have online stuff, now that we have AI. There's still something real about sitting down, holding a book, leafing through it, highlighting your points. If it's you, if it's actually you. In fact, that might be a topic. That might be a topic for next week. Hold on. 1 second. All right. We might. Now you guys get to see how I come up with so many topics. I might have to make that a topic for next week. Hold on. Hard copy books. Why hard copy books are still. All right, see? Now you guys get to see how I come up with topics for the show. All right, so let's get into today's article today. Let's get into what we're going to be discussing. We're getting right into it. Top 5 ways to use your gifts to make room for you. All right. So the reason that this image, and I think I have used this image before on other articles, but the reason I had to use it for this one is because that was a panel discussion. Yeah, it's a panel discussion when I was in St. Croix. I was in St. Croix, and the opportunity. This is all written, by the way. In fact, I want to actually pull it up right now. It's all written. It's all written. It's all written. I'm actually, you know what? I'm kind of scared to pull it up, but it is written, and the title of it. I'll use this one. The title of the article. Let me at least find the title of the article real quick. By the way, medium.com @MoveSwiftly44. Make sure you follow me there. That's where you can get a good dose of my writing. I came up as a writer. You know, my first job out of college I was a scout, so I had to write scouting reports, and you know, writing is kind of how I express myself. You know, I get a lot of stuff off my chest through my writing. But let me see if I could find it. It was a while ago. I may include this one in my book. I may include it because of just the context of it and everything. Let me see if I can find it. Where is it? Visit to St. Croix. Yes. Visit to St. Croix. So, the title of the article, let me go. Where am I? There. All right, so let me do this. Let me share. I'm learning. All right, so share, and yeah, so this is it. Visit to St. Croix. All right, so Visit to St. Croix. Go look up the article. It's Visit to St. Croix. And again, I will probably, I did a podcast episode. I did a podcast episode of it, the whole thing. All right. And I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, give me 1 second. I'm gonna get to the content. Just give me a second, guys. I'm gonna get to the content. Just give me a couple moments here because I know yes, this is it. Yeah, maximize there. This was it. Maximize every opportunity. So here's what happened. It was while I was teaching at a school named the Center for Creative Education, where I'm still the teacher there. I'm still one of the teachers there, right? And a lady called. She works for a nonprofit that's catered to soccer. She wanted to do some stuff with the children. Me and her got into a great conversation. Then I followed up with it, and she had an event in St. Croix and asked me to be a part of the panel and all that kind of stuff. And all of this, it's written all here, right? So that the reason I wanted to share that, let me go back to the article for today, is because when we're discussing, let me get it back to discussion. And this was the actual panel discussion in which I was speaking at, and there was a photographer there, and I got a couple photos out of it and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, I'm bringing all this up not to necessarily impress you, but I want to impress upon you. There's a strategy in terms of using your gifts, right? There's a specific way in which you can use your gifts to make room for you. So let me jump right in. I'm going to jump right in with that quote. So how do you use your gifts to make room for you? All right, because it's not your job title, it's not your resume, it's not what people expect from you. Your gifts, your natural abilities that flow out of you when everything else feels chaotic. Scripture says your gift will make room for you. That's what it says in the Bible. So, number one, you got to recognize your gift and be unapologetic about it. All right. The moment it becomes visible, the moment you realize you're different, the moment you are recognized as being something that isn't quote unquote normal, then the cynical world that we live in, the way it gets translated is intimidating, threatened, too much, doing too well, breaking the norm. All right. And that's why you got to be unapologetic about it. You can't be timid about using your gifts, because what the world likes to do, what the world will do is they will take something that's an incredible gift and they will try to minimize it and then try to shove it aside so they can feel a little more comfortable in the moment. There's a lot of bad decisions. A lot of people make a lot of bad decisions based on the fact that they're not comfortable about certain things, and ultimately it leads to a horrendous result. All right, so that's number one. Next thing, and kind of a piggyback and a compliment to that, is you got to use your gift daily. All right, when you don't know where to turn, you got to turn to what you know. So if you recognize your gift and you can turn to it every single day, like for me personally, again, not just the live streams, but the fact that I'm also, even if something goes wrong with the live streams like it did today, there's also a shorter version of what I'm saying write it there on my daily Move Swiftly thought. There's an article written, whether you can get to Medium or not. There's ways of getting to the actual material that I'm putting out there, whether you're consuming it from the live streams perspective or not. And then I'm also able to practice and develop my mental adjustments and to practice and develop the things that I want to do as a speaker. All of those things are very important because things come at you all sorts of different ways. So again, as you can see here, run daily, I publish daily, I speak daily, every single thing, it's daily, not because of a massive audience, but because I keep using it keeps me sharp and persistent. All right. So number 3, here's the big one. The most important thing you can do for yourself is to share it only with the people, strictly with the people who are growing. All right. And you can tell based on the first 5 seconds of having a conversation with a person, if they're a person of growth or if they're a person of just simply a fixed mindset that decide that they don't want to do a damn thing. All right. You can tell based on the way they're actually talking. All right. This is the hardest one, is finding people who are genuinely growing, not pretending. It's a rare thing. But when you find them, everything changes. I'm a living proof example of this right now. You share your gift with the people who are committed to grow. Your gift becomes lighter. Collaboration becomes a whole lot easier. Ideas multiply. Momentum builds. Opportunities appear that you couldn't create alone. That's why the room you enter matters and the talent you bring. All right. So, finally, number 4, protect your gift. Again, 3 and 4 are very much in the same light because it's just the opposites, right? Protect your gift from people who don't understand. Here it is. Never waste time. Never waste time. And I first person I seen ever post this was former NFL Pro Bowl cornerback Richard Sherman. I'm really not a person that follows a lot of these guys, on social media or anything like that. But this was way back when Instagram was just getting started and he was playing. The quote that he put on his Instagram account like years ago that stuck because it's the first time I've ever seen the quote was, never waste time explaining yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you. You see this word right here? Committed to misunderstanding you. There is a group of folks out there who are committed to misunderstanding you because it leads to a comfort zone for them. Do not waste your motherfucking time dealing with it. Put no energy into what they're about. All they're going to be is cynical. All they're going to do is create more problems than you already have. All right. So, again. And then finally, number 5, let your gift open the doors. Don't force them. My gift, my ability to observe and take action, like we talked about yesterday, 2 separate skills and a powerful combination. But here's the trap. When you can see what needs to be fixed, built, improved, and transformed, it's easy to start forcing things. Again, when I can observe it and I can see what the problem is, it's easy to want. It's easy to start forcing things. It's easy for me to say, look, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do that. But forcing the collaborations, forcing solutions, forcing people who are not ready to grow, which has been my biggest problem by far my biggest problem is right there. It's forcing people who are not ready to grow. And when you force your gift on the wrong people, it simply is going to drain you. Again, just live through it, right? It simply is going to drain you of all the energy that you have and all the things and all the momentum that you built for yourself. When you force that gift on the wrong people, you drain yourself. So the truth of this is doors are meant for you will open naturally when you walk in the alignment with your gift. Not through pressure, not through tracing, not through convincing lazy, comfort, obsessed people to care. Hear that one very clearly. You're not going to convince lazy, comfort-obsessed people to give a shit. You won't convince them. That's the way they are, and you got to accept it. When you stop forcing, you start attracting. Your gift is not something you use when it's convenient. It's the engine that drives every meaningful outcome you will ever experience. But it requires things: courage, consistency, and the right people in the right environments. Practice it daily, share it wisely, protect it fiercely, and let it open doors you no longer have to knock on. Your gift will make room for you, and you must make room for your gift. All right. So again, make sure I wanted to run through that one today. So here's going to kind of be my rundown for the next month and a half. Is the live streams are going to be cut from only to Monday. I'm going to go Monday, Tuesday. The daily Move Swiftly thoughts are coming every day. There's going to be more Medium articles, but I have 2 certifications that I'm actually needing to study for. One is, some financial insurance stuff, because as an employee development person, I have to make sure I'm certified to do this. And then also as a youth fitness coordinator. So there's 2 certifications I got to be studying for the next month or two. I have to, again, serve my clients. It's like I was telling you guys back when I had the Patreon link, we're going to start focusing on the business owners that can take all the material I have and start applying it and making it so, my work is actually touching the right people. So because of that, my time to be able to do these live streams every single day like I used to, I'm not going to be able to do it, but I will keep the Monday and Tuesday, since the Making Move Kickoff question Monday, and we have the Top 5 Tuesday, gets the theme started off right. And then the Wintrepreneur Wednesdays, we'll make sure you are following me on YouTube to get information on those and how all that stuff is going to pan out. And again, let me not say that. I'm not committed to that. I'm not going to stick to that. It is possible that I will go back to doing the Wednesday live streams, but for now, possibly going into maybe mid-December, we'll kind of play it by ear. But there's a lot of stuff going on as the new year ends. So I just want to give you guys the heads up on that. But again, I'm very accessible. You're not going to meet another Aswand Crookshank as long as you live. This is the one, and the reason I call myself the one and only is because you're not meeting another one. And everything is available. All the information that you may need on me and how to get in touch with me, it's on makeyourmove.com. Whatever research you need to do on me, it's on makeyourmove.com. It's all there on makeyourmove.com. It's makeyourmove.com. So whatever needs to be done, just check out that link and we'll go from there. Again, Aswand Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.